Look at the balance in your bank account right now. You probably feel a sense of security seeing those numbers on your screen. You believe that money is sitting safely in a vault, waiting for you to use it. But here is a truth that will change the way you look at a bank forever. The moment you hand over your hard-earned cash, the bank no longer considers it your money. Technically and legally, you have just given them an interest-free loan. They take your labor and immediately put it to work for their own gain. They use your savings to fund massive investments and high-interest loans while leaving you with nothing but a digital illusion of wealth. The system is not designed to help you succeed. It is designed to keep you on a treadmill of debt and dependency. If you want to escape this cycle, you must understand the rules of the game they are playing. Here are the 14 secrets that the banking industry desperately hopes you never discover. Secret number 1 is the most painful truth of all. Keeping your money in a savings account is actually making you poorer every single day. Most people believe that saving is the smartest path to financial freedom. But while you are earning 0.5% interest, the price of everything around you is rising by 4 or 5%. This is the silent thief known as inflation. If you have $1,000 in the bank today, it will only buy $950 worth of goods next year. The bank knows this perfectly well. They are happy to watch your purchasing power evaporate as long as they have your cash to play with. Secret number 2 is a concept that sounds like science fiction, but it is completely legal. Banks create money out of thin air. When you deposit $1,000, the bank is only required to keep a tiny fraction of that as a reserve. In many cases, that requirement is now 0%. This means they can lend out 10 times or even 20 times more money than they actually have. If you deposit $1,000, they can create $10,000 in new loans based on your deposit. They charge interest on money that did not exist until a computer key was pressed. They are manufacturing wealth while you are working 40 hours a week for every single dollar you earn. Secret number 3 reveals why your mailbox is always full of credit card offers. Credit cards are the ultimate weapon of the banking industry. They are not tools for convenience. They are carefully engineered traps designed to capitalize on human psychology. The average interest rate on a credit card is now over 20%. If you carry a balance, the bank is essentially stealing your future labor. They encourage you to make the minimum payment because that is how they keep you in debt for decades. If you owe $5,000 and only pay the minimum, you could end up paying back $15,000 over 30 years. They do not want you to pay your balance in full because a debt-free customer is an unprofitable customer. Secret number 4 is a bitter pill to swallow. The richer you are, the less you pay for money. If you are struggling and need a small loan, the bank will charge you the highest interest rate possible because they view you as a risk. But if you are a billionaire, the bank will practically beg you to take their money at rates lower than inflation. When a tech giant buys a mansion, they do not use their own cash. They take a loan at a 1% interest rate using their stocks as collateral. Since the inflation rate is higher than their interest rate, they are effectively getting paid to borrow money. The poor pay for the privilege of surviving while the rich get rewarded for being wealthy. Secret number 5 is the secret language of the elite. They know that debt is actually a tool for wealth if you know how to use it correctly. Most people use debt to buy things that lose value, like cars or electronics. The wealthy use debt to buy things that generate income, like real estate or businesses. By using the bank's money to buy assets, they can grow their wealth without using a single dollar of their own savings. The bank is happy to facilitate this for the elite because they know the elite understand the game. They want you to fear debt so that you stay a saver while they lend your savings to the people who will actually own the world. Secret number 6 is about how the wealthy avoid taxes using the banking system. If you sell a stock to buy a yacht, you have to pay a massive capital gains tax. But if you take a loan against that stock, you pay 0 taxes because a loan is not considered income. The wealthy use these loans to fund their entire lifestyle, while their assets continue to grow tax-free in the background. The banks are the silent partners in this tax avoidance scheme. They provide the liquidity that allows the ultra-rich to never sell their shares and never pay their fair share. Secret number 7 takes us into the shadows of offshore accounts. There are over $8 trillion hidden in secret bank accounts around the globe. This is not just for criminals. Major corporations and the world's most powerful families use these tax havens to move profits across borders legally. They set up shell companies in places like the Cayman Islands to ensure that the government never sees a penny of their earnings. While you are paying income tax on every paycheck, the elite are using global banking loopholes to keep their fortunes entirely intact. Secret number 8 is the truth about your mortgage. The bank tells you that your home is your biggest asset, but for the first 15 years of a mortgage, it is actually the bank's biggest asset. When you look at your monthly payment, the vast majority of that money is going toward interest and not the house itself. On a $300,000 home, you might end up paying over $600,000 by the time the 30 years are up. You are maintaining the property and paying the taxes while the bank collects a guaranteed profit every single month. They sell you the dream of home ownership, but they are the ones who truly own the equity for most of your adult life. Secret number 9 involves the hidden fees that bleed you dry. The banking industry makes over $30 billion every year just from overdraft fees. This is money taken from the people who can least afford it. They have engineered their systems to process larger transactions first, so that your account hits zero faster, leading to multiple fees in a single day. They call it a service, but it is a predatory practice designed to profit from human error. From maintenance fees to wire transfer costs, they have a price tag for every move you make. Secret number 10 is that the entire system is built to keep you in debt. If everyone paid off their debts tomorrow, the entire global economy would collapse. Modern money is debt. Every dollar in circulation was created because someone took out a loan. This is why they make it so easy to get a car loan or a student loan, but so difficult to learn about financial literacy. They need a constant stream of borrowers to keep the engine running. If you are debt-free, you are a glitch in their matrix. Secret number 11 is that the bank is gambling with your money every single day. They do not just keep your deposits in a safe. They put that money into complex financial markets and risky derivatives to chase higher yields. When their bets pay off, they keep all the profit. When their bets fail, they ask the government for a bailout using your tax dollars. Your savings are the collateral for their high-stakes poker game. You take all the risk while they take all the reward. Secret number 12 is the cost of being poor. It is expensive to have no money in the modern banking system. If your balance drops below a certain level, they charge you a fee. If you do not have a traditional bank account, you have to pay massive fees just to cash a check. The system is designed to provide convenience to the wealthy while placing a heavy tax on poverty. They make it difficult for the lower class to build stability by draining their resources through small and constant charges. Secret number 13 is that the banks do not want you to be financially educated. If you understood how compound interest works against you in debt, but for you in investing, you would stop using their high-interest products. They profit from your ignorance. They want you to focus on your monthly payment instead of the total cost of the loan. They want you to believe that a credit score is the only measure of your financial health. True financial education is the greatest threat to their business model. Finally, secret number 14 is the most fragile truth of all. The entire system relies on the illusion of trust. If every customer went to the bank tomorrow to withdraw their cash, the bank would have to close its doors in minutes. They do not have your money. They only have a promise that they can get it if they need to. As long as everyone stays calm and keeps their money in the digital system, the illusion remains. But the moment trust breaks, the entire house of cards falls down. The banking system is not your friend, and it is certainly not your partner in building wealth. It is a business designed to maximize profit at your expense. But now that you know these secrets, the power is back in your hands. You can choose to stop playing their game. You can choose to pay off your debts and invest in assets that you truly control. You can choose to educate yourself and protect your future from the silent thieves of the financial world. Knowledge is the only way to break the chains of the system. Take control of your money today before someone else does it for you.